Sometimes I hear online, be they atheist or theist, someone who says that we have to be kind and compassionate and soothing to the religious because if we're mean, if we tell theists that what they believe is idiotic, that they'll just put up a wall and not hear anything that we have to say. Well, I admit that I am mean, or at least I'm very relentlessly honest to everyone. I'm not trying to reach the delusional. I know that's a waste of time. But am I too mean? I don't know. Maybe that's a good question. And I honestly don't think that I am. But then again, I'm not trying to deconvert the God-soaked. See, there are a couple of different kinds of theists. There are the people who are just so completely subsumed in their religious beliefs that reason simply can't reach them. They're incapable of stepping back and intellectually evaluating the things that they believe. They're wearing Bible blinders. Nothing anyone says can penetrate their blind and fanatical faith. And I think trying to reach those people is a complete waste of time. Then there are those who have had some kind of event in their life that has at least started to open their eyes. And I know that in my own life, there was a singular event that made me go, whoa, maybe I need to stop and think about this. And I've talked to a lot of former theists who tell me exactly the same thing, that they believed blindly up until this one moment when something happened that made them start to question the things that they had formerly believed. Those people I'm trying to reach, because those people can be reached. And I think that my rather rude, mean, and very direct method actually serves to reach those people who are probably still kind of resistant to change, but who honestly need a good swift kick in their mental religion center to keep those walls down, or to just knock those walls down. I don't think that you can just sweet talk the religiously delusional into realizing that what they believe is complete nonsense. I just don't. And sure, there are a lot of atheists out there who say we're just planting seeds, that someday when that life-changing moment happens, they'll need all of these ideas already in their heads that can sprout and grow and knock the religious nonsense out of their brains. But I don't think anyone needs my help to do that. I think just being alive is going to plant those seeds. You really can't exist without coming into contact with those ideas, not unless you live in a convent with no outside access. But those people aren't going to see my videos, so what the hell difference does it make? I mean, let's be honest. These people are addicts. They're addicted to religion. It has burrowed its way into their brain and set up shop, and nothing short of a bullet is going to get it out of there unless the subject is willing. I'm not going to waste my time going after the religious fanatic because, as Morpheus would say, those people are not ready to be unplugged. It's like trying to get the lush laying drunk in the gutter to voluntarily stop drinking. It's not going to happen. For those people, I don't care if they get upset or if they just ignore me or call me names or whatever they want to do. It doesn't matter. In fact, getting them mad might be beneficial down the line when once that crack in their theological armor happens, their pent-up rage might just blow the whole thing wide open. And I think that's a good thing. So I don't mind if they get upset. Being upset is very positive under the right circumstances. And I don't care if they feel bad. They ought to. They believe absurd, ridiculous, and wholly unsupportable things. That ought to make them feel terrible. I have no idea where people come up with the idea that everyone should be happy about everything all the time. They shouldn't. That's psychotic behavior, and in fact, can be a sign of developmental disabilities. But this is something that I see a lot of particularly left-leaning atheists arguing, that we can't dare say anything mean to the religious because they just might feel sad, and we can't have that. But sadness is a learning opportunity. People need to feel bad about stupid things. And for some reason, we've lost the ability to feel shame in modern society. And I think that's a problem for more reasons than religion might cover. Nobody feels accountable to society anymore. Nobody is accountable to the facts. Everyone lives in their own personal reality bubble where whatever crazy nonsense they personally believe is true, and nobody, due to political correctness, can ever say that what someone wants to think is true isn't actually true. And I've got a massive problem with that. See, the only thing that really matters is reality. Almost any belief you have on any subject you care to name is either factually correct or factually incorrect. There really isn't a middle ground. It makes no sense to me whatsoever to believe something that is factually incorrect, no matter how it makes you feel. You can have all the faith you want that invisible, intangible fairies appear in the night and scrub your teeth clean. I mean, that belief can leave you nearly ecstatic. But guess what? When your teeth start falling out because you don't bother to care for them properly, your faith fails, no matter how much you believe it. And in my opinion at least, religious faith, even the most innocuous, is dangerous, not only to the individual, but to society. Your beliefs inform your actions. The more irrational your beliefs are, the more irrational your actions tend to be. It affects how you vote. It affects how you behave. It affects how you raise your children and thus the next generation. Your actions matter, and therefore your beliefs matter, and having irrational, ridiculous, intellectually unsupported beliefs, that ought to matter to us all. So, no, I'm not being too mean to the religious any more than calling flat earthers idiots is being too mean to them. Any more than telling Bigfoot believers that they're nuts is being too mean. Religion really is no different than any other crazy belief. It isn't any different than believing in leprechauns or Santa Claus as an adult. If you do it, there's something wrong with your thought processes. There's something wrong with you upstairs. You need to grow up and knock it off. So, what do you think? Do you think that being mean to the religious is a bad thing? Do you think that any kind of disagreement with religious faith is being an awful human being? Let me know in the comments. Ultimately, I think what I'm doing is tough love. I want these people to be ashamed of the crazy things they believe. I want them to feel bad, because feeling bad is the first step for those who are ready to take it to getting better. And getting better is ultimately the goal here, whether they really want to or not.